Welcome to this astrological deep dive. Today, I want to take a closer, more nuanced look at one of the world's most controversial and influential leaders. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran. This isn't about politics or ideology, this is about understanding him as an astrologer. What shaped this man? What astrological patterns molded his character? What planetary energies made him who he is? My goal here isn't to justify or sympathize with him. It's not about excusing any decisions he has made or supporting the worldview he promotes. My goal is to try and understand him from an astrological point of view, to understand the archetypal energies at work in his life, and how those energies shape the men and, by extension, shape the era he came to dominate. If you're new here, I'm so grateful that you're joining me. And if you find this insightful, if it sparks questions or connections for you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep astrological analyses of significant world leaders. Let's begin. Ali Khamenei was born on April 19, 1939, in Mashhad, Iran. According to available data, he's an Aries sun and an Aries moon, with a Leo rising. Even just saying that, you can imagine the dominant energy we're dealing with. This is a chart dominated by fire, Aries and Leo, two signs that are passionate, assertive, bold, and unyielding. With the sun and moon both in Aries, we have a man defined by initiative, aggression, and conviction. Aries is the warrior of the zodiac. It doesn't wait for permission, doesn't ponder too long, it acts. Its nature is to move first and justify later. Its instinct is to assert itself, sometimes at any cost. Then we have that Leo rising. The ascendant, or the mask we wear when dealing with the world, is Leo. Leo rising gives him that air of regality, that sense of a throne belonging to him. Leo is proud, authoritative, and deeply aware of their image. Whatever room a Leo rising person enters, they have a way of commanding attention and demanding respect. It's as if the chart is saying, this person will rise to a position where many must watch and listen. With this powerful combination of Aries sun and moon and Leo rising, we can already see a persona shaped for leadership. Not necessarily leadership with compassion or inclusivity, but leadership that is authoritative, commanding, and driven by conviction. But let's slow down and ask ourselves, what astrological patterns point to authoritarianism? What explains a person who embraces harsh discipline, rules with an iron hand, and justifies aggression as a means to an end? Khamenei's sun in Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is the planet of aggression, assertion, and war. In its best form, it can make someone a champion for a cause, a bold defender of their people. In its worst form, it can justify aggression and conquest, especially when combined with tensions elsewhere in the chart. Then we have that Leo rising. Leo is about kingship, about being at the center of attention, about making sure one's voice is heard. But when this Leo energy goes to the dark side, it can evolve into egoism, authoritarianism, and a belief in one's own infallibility. To deepen the picture, we consider the role of Saturn and Pluto, astrological forces that shaped Khamenei's chart. When these planets form tense angles with the sun and moon, we often see the rise of harsh, patriarchal dynamics. Saturn can impose restriction and discipline, and when combined with an assertive Aries sun or moon, it can create a person who sees life as a test of strength and obedience. Pluto, the planet of obsession, control, and deep transformation, can intensify these tendencies. Its energy can make a person deeply suspicious, wary of betrayal, and committed to total dominance. In Khamenei's case, this means he may perceive any threat, internal or external, as a challenge to be defeated, regardless of the cost. Here we have an astrological picture of a man who sees compromise as weakness and absolute control as strength. This is someone who came of age within environments where brute conviction and an iron hand were not just valued, they were necessary for survival. But astrology doesn't happen in a vacuum. We have to consider the era he came of age. The revolutionary dynamics of the late 20th century shaped the Middle East and shaped Khamenei. The astrological cycles of Saturn and Pluto shook traditional institutions, Uranus inspired radical change, and the deep-seated religious fervor aligned perfectly with the fiery energies in his chart. Khamenei rose within a context that needed a figure like him, a man molded by astrological and environmental forces. The stars acted like sparks hitting dry tinder. The astrological blueprint was ready, and the historical moment came. So what about the darker side of this chart? Let's be honest, this is not the chart of a man seeking peace and belonging for all. This is the chart of a man who can justify harsh measures as necessary for the greater good. The Aries moon can make emotions run hot, making aggression and anger first instincts. The Leo ascendant can evolve into a cult of personality, a belief that one person must dominate and hold the throne at any cost. Strong connections between Mars, Saturn, and Pluto point to a person who feels safest when he is in control. This can justify cruelty, repression, and aggression as tools to protect that sense of control. In a chart like this, mercy can arise, but only within boundaries he defines. For Khamenei, loyalty and obedience aren't just ideals, they're requirements. But as astrologers, our role is not to justify cruelty or eradicate accountability. Our role is to illuminate the threads that create a person like this, especially when combined with a specific historical context. What emerges is a lesson, one that can help us recognize the energies and dynamics at work in ourselves, in our leaders, and in the world. Khamenei's astrological chart reminds us of the dangers posed when fiery conviction and authoritarian instinct dominate unchecked. It reminds us that every era has its archetypes, and every person has a cosmic blueprint. But it also reminds us that the stars don't compel us to cruelty, character, circumstance, and choice define how those energies are expressed. Through this lens, we can understand why Ayatollah Ali Khamenei rose to lead Iran, and why he governs the way he does. We can understand that he is a man shaped by aggression, pride, and an iron will, making him pivotal in shaping modern Iran. Yet understanding doesn't mean excusing. Understanding doesn't erase accountability. It means gaining clarity. It means gaining wisdom. And it means knowing that in every chart, in every person, in every era, the interplay between cosmic forces and human choice is a lesson for all of us. If you found this astrological deep dive insightful, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the role astrology plays in understanding leaders like Khamenei? Do you see parallels with other leaders? Let me know in the comments, I'd really value your reflections. If you like this video and want more deep astrological analyses of world leaders, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for sharing this space with me, thanks for being open to exploring this lens of understanding, and I'll see you in the next video.